OKFM 101.7.
Yara Mensa Thompson ye Executive Secretary Edema ASEPA. Mira memoache.
Come me Joshua.
Na boko die.
About Joshua. You know so.
Boko pa. And then na me story bi ewo informal the bokra tem. Na watro ewo wasa tro front page and on the other page 3 was say the issue of the opposition National Democratic Congress elections directed not able to tell the party loyalists as well as Ghanaians its own collated figures for the 2020 general elections is refusing to go away as pressure mounts on the leadership of the party. What do you want to say? Ebepim ne one ye NDC anim entimin kan kire chafo no se abana ye toye no yenya se enti esodo anu atum se ebeya enka wo mo nka de omo akeka bom collateral results no de omo nyaaye asebe ti say
You comment that it na me charity for an okay. A bit worried in Kakra, but mainly we have more of an internal issue. I think there's a responsibility in this Amanokono to their followers and I say to their party supporters. Kwame ne trigger we na some comments me making here on this matter. If a case a world Supreme Court no. Now Kwame de na me party ni na ne say push asema NDC amanoko no e de court na e be sine offer a single evidence and from our court no. A single evidence. Or once the medical court say the second respondent candidate Akufo-Addo the constitutionally required 50% plus one vote no where the Supreme Court na omumbua omu case na so we face no there a dear na we dey court dear dance here say based on figure A B C D if you can bo mu no e did say declaration na e manage mention here on the 9th of December in favor of President Akufo-Addo no so declaration no e wrong and I say no correct omo tini fa dance here ama court no Kwame Yekaya yetu abani wiye video be called viral sa video ni na one statistician be a University of Ghana na oye analysis on the results of the 2020 elections in the analysis no all chere nientia in his expert opinion ojidi say President Akufo-Addo 60% plus one. And to Kwame say adete na say NDC for a quarter. And then a papa no testimony. And if papa na kasa any a witness. Because Kwame in matters like this, you know, it's an issue of statistics, mathematics. Judges for no someone statistician. So sometimes court no betimi up to one an independent expert on statistics. Say bra. Now based on the figures available, never chere. Nature in your expert opinion, OGD say results no say and I say correct and I say wrong. Just come and give us your expert opinion.
Mr. Thompson. What my reason is say issues numwa court no come Woman can baby I say one more results from the beba. It was a yan and this one anu year say, more be a musa musadian. I feel the sato subium. One more can say. My men are declared back on the 9th, no declare back on the 10th. And one person who said, Mammy, fingers the other bar, you know. I didn't quite him, dear. Correct. I felt too. Said the old canon, Mampany Mama, one fat, a dance yama, but they are dancing 4 by. Yeah, Roger Metunu, I said, look at your daughter, my kid, White. And no entry be asked.
Well, you were saying it's a bit in that common. Come to be sure and say, sir, who dear dance here say, President Akufo-Addo 60% plus 1. Who, in your estimation, vote do say now did say President Akufo-Addo nyaye. Vote do say now did say petition no nyaye. Or say one farmer court. Kwame, na say no. Or say one farmer court. You see, Kwame, the issue is that it is one thing claiming bias, but if your evidence is compelling enough, no matter how biased the court is, they won't be able to rule against you. That's the point. If you are alleging bias, you have not provided any compelling evidence to the court. You have not given the court a single evidence. Bakumpo, pinch it Bakumpo for the court. In fact, in 2013, President Akufo-Addo, then candidate Akufo-Addo, or court. All the thousands of pinches in the court. Okay. You're free KPMG. Say, they should come and take the pinch. Then go and do an audit on the pinches and bring their final report to the court. Where there not a single pinch sheet. Pinch it back around from my court. It is one question you be say. On the 7th December elections, your polling station Mako over 38,000. NDC for Alpha agent anchor any of the 38,000 polling stations. NDC for Alpha agent anchor any of the 275 constituency coalition centers. NDC for Alpha agent anchor 16 regional coalition centers. And then 1 national coalition center. Alpha agent anchor. Some of the agents call ya. Again, agents made buy it because all the declaration forms, the form 10, form 12, form 13, all those forms, in accordance with CI 127, they must be prepared in front of the active agents of the political parties. So the political party agents must be present when those forms are prepared, those final declaration sheets are prepared, and they must append their signature to it. And in fact, what is given to the agents are not a different prepared results. What they give to the agent is a duplicate copy. It's a duplicate of the original that is prepared. So, in actual fact, those are also originals. What's what pinch sheet they are called court. Say, you pinch sheet from the 38,000 polling stations. So make a can boma vote do no ASA. Some vote we know a different from final one now. Electoral Commission will declare on the 9th of December. And I say, expect now your analysis on the results, All the expert need testimony a court. And now, court, above the testimony in court. What submitting it being as witness, expert testify in court actually in his expert opinion. Ojidi said, President Akufo-Addo 60% plus 1. Then the burden of defense will be on the Electoral Commission to come and explain why they believe the expert opinion is wrong. then they will be compelled to come out with figures and data to rebut the claims of the experts.
Hey, Mr. Thompson. Okay, video be one some you say before you let's see a petition in baby. There was a lecturer be Dr. B on Facebook ne social media no me dey na all year analysis of the collated results. It means say na wo mo pay dey hu ye e wo ayiso no. Na minim what twe print before be so why they did not bring the collated results to buttress their point before the apex court of the land.
Come with this a move for NDC for busa omo. That evidence is not in court. That's what busa omo. I say so omo ankasa.
You know what you almost say? The issue of say omo dia e wo ho emba it's not an issue in contention. The issue in contention is a mamini dia na ankasa o de ba ye no. So the more contact one a year 103.8%. In mathematics, statistical enimusa.
Amen. We all agree. In fact, Supreme Court a decision not to allow the chairperson of the first respondent, agent Benson, not to testify. You know, we all disagree with it. You did this a man or a public official, and why in the Juma. In accordance with law. The law that guides her work is CI 127. Yejide said in the conduct of the elections, some provisions of the CI 127 were violated, and the woman must answer. And we all agree. And in fact, we are all not happy about the decisions of the court. But the point is also that what the was some court in the no. In Ghana, the burden of the proof is not on the defense. He who alleges must come with proof. The burden of proof is on the person making the allegations or the complainant. In legal jurisprudence, I say you are innocent until proven guilty. So obey the same tools. The law assumes that you are innocent until Nipa or the Assembly also no prove it beyond reasonable doubt to say you are guilty. If you will complain in our court to know, you have a much bigger responsibility to prove to the court beyond reasonable doubt to say, indeed, Assembly would have better or no correct. Now, Assembly will can't respondents in some correct. The bigger burden of proof lies on you. So, of course, you may think that the court may be biased against you, and you may be quick to go out and jump about and be complaining. But he who calls for equity must come with clean hands. What compelling evidence have you given to the court? Oh, my court, and you have not given the court anything. You are not giving the court anything to rule on, nothing.
Oh, but what the court no? What the area said in Ketia, General Secretary, the Okohun ye, the Ote ye, the Onimfa Abba. What the alright Roger Matununu to the extent that Mamma Crow, Mammy, say, oh, Baba, the Nwasum, so Monko Dramani Mama. One more choir, one better. The total ballot declared now what body. Now a permanent no better no benum tea, but one so about what the doctor marking Mr. White about. What would you and yet compelling evidence enough before the court?
Kwame, it is not enough.
Okay.
And what we are talking about is witnesses. Witnesses, you'll be able to submit witnesses to the court. What we are talking about is hard evidence, material evidence. That's what we are talking about, material evidence. We are talking about material evidence.
Me bo asaman koma me ni wudi we no ebetimi aye bibia eye opener to chitafo omwo ndi say ye ma obi that responsibility say copen gadgets ye way quality results na wa anya get se nipa no ho beda ho say ampase ebi NDC fo no ebi a wo muni collated results wa ye ma obi adwuma ye ma no sika ne ka de a wanye meboa
Kwame e normal you know there is that possibility, but again there is also the decision to submit those evidence, so they may also have it, but the decision to submit those things to the court is also another decision will have to be made by somebody. What you say? Yeah, so of course, so it's either they don't have it or they have it, and it is somebody's decision to make that those evidence are submitted to the court, and that decision wasn't made. You see, it and a whole year or one internal matter, and nobody has a problem with it, and I think that it must be dealt by them.
Okay,
we don't want to go into it.
Okay,
but the important thing is what is in the court and what is happening. And we believe, sir, the NDC has a very strong case.
Mm-hmm.
They have a very strong case because when to me and they announce results, now by the results, not about 8 different times. Now, you have not given any tangible explanation for that changes now. Why you know? When they announce results and the results is full of mistakes. Now found only. So they have a case, a very strong one as such. But yet the material evidence which is supposed to make their case even stronger and more compelling before the court has not been added to the case. You see, it hasn't been added. And we are wondering, say, why would you have a strong case like this and go to court and decide not to submit evidence to buttress your case and not to add evidence?
Any interest Anna
Kwame, that is not an issue we can say, but I think say the medical can bear two things. It's either it is not there or it is there and it's a decision to be made to submit it and that decision has not been made. But whatever it is, why has up to date not a single pink sheet has been submitted to the court?
Oh, but sir, a student can tell witness a almost baby to say baby, offer baby to say Techiman South. Now offer baby to say Eastern region, my Yoshiano baby, bobo packets of collation centers in India, they are not figure no, and said that there were disparities here and there. And no, sending one of the there they said, oh, I didn't say this anything because we have it. But now I'm saying, you perceive a dragon, there will be a few of them. Or handful of them win the other.
Yeah, Kwame, like I've said earlier, the burden of proof lies on the accusers or the complainants or the petitioners. The bigger burden of proof lies on them to prove their case. And if, in their estimation, the evidence they have, shouldn't be presented in court, then they have no business complaining that the court is being biased against them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because who could have evidence? What you find evidence in court, M1 court to my court to indicate it a fair determination of the matter. Not evidence nisha dema. Evidence nisha dema. Not court no butiawa. You have no business complaining that the court is biased.
Hey, Mr. Thompson, Mami Musa baby I bedre. Sir, even if they have it.
Well, they still have, I think, up to today to file their case, the real statement of case, and I say their final submissions to the court.
Yeah, addresses.
If they have evidence, they can include those evidence in their final submissions and make a very strong point to the court, and maybe that could trigger an audit. By an independent audit firm. And like I said, that could also incite the testimony of the first respondent. Based on the level of evidence they will be able to provide in their final submissions on the issues that they are raising against the first and second respondents, then the court can decide, okay, look, we can't make this determination without an expert opinion or without an audit or without maybe the what they call the second respondent, sorry, the first respondent responding to some issues. What I say, but I think there, to some extent, it's a bit too late in the day. To some extent, it's a bit too late in the day because the final submission, probably maybe that period you may need, you may not have it because once you've made your final submission, the next one is judgment.
Okay.
What I say. So it's funny. It's a bit worried. It's a bit worried.
We were made ASEPA. Na me friend we have mus near the nkomo. Odi enye phone so enye radio so nkomo.
You come
Basement ASEPA. Yewura Mensa Thompson, executive secretary ma ASEPA. Ene na twe kompacho.
OKFM 101.7.